Hello. Welcome everyone to the first episode of Fishkeeping and Families and Fishkeeping, however you want to say it. So tonight or today, because I guess it's still daytime, first guest is going to be none other than Junior Metalhead. We are going to basically, I guess, talk about fishkeeping from her perspective. So she can ask you guys, or answer your questions if you guys have questions for her about how she handles her fishkeeping and what she has in her tank, what kind of tank, things like that. If you have questions, ask away, and hopefully she can answer them. I think she can answer them. If not, I'm always here to help. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. It's been a lot of not really doing anything, but help Metalhead do some videos for installing this pump. And I'm being told that I have an echo. Because of course I have an echo. Take that off. Let's see if I can't fix this echo. Okay. Let me know if that's any better, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. Hello, Jeremy. Welcome. This is kind of my first official live stream by myself with guests. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Also, Junior Metalhead's microphone. Oh, it is not muted. Okay. It might not. There we go. So Junior Metalhead is on my tablet, which for some reason we cannot get sound to work on at all. So again, I apologize. This is not cooperating very well. I don't know. Echo is fixed. Okay, good. Okay. So anyway, this live stream basically is, as you can see, it's going across the ticker at the bottom, families and fishkeeping. So it's basically going to be oriented around learning how the younger generation feels about fishkeeping, how they handle the fishkeeping. And like I said as well, Junior Metalhead can explain to you guys, what she likes about it, what she dislikes about it, what made her want to have her own tank. I don't know, just that's basically what we're gearing this towards. So the only way we can really make this successful is if any of you have any questions for her that she can answer, instead of putting her on the spot and just making her yap away, because that might be a little unnerving for her. So thank you guys seriously for the happy birthday wishes. Really appreciate it. It's been a pretty chill day, so not really a lot going on other than trying to get this stream going and see what we can make happen. So questions, Liquid Zoo, needs to be oriented toward Junior Metalhead and what you would like to know as far as fishkeeping and her. So this is hopefully will be geared more toward her. So you do have a question. Collaboration of Curiosities, aka Adele, wants to know your favorite fish in the house right now. Yes.
That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can even pick a favorite one.
The fact that she has the largest fish in
True.
the house.
I do have the largest fish. I would say I can't pick one. My three top favorites in this house is Split, which is the alligator gar, down in the pool pond,
Mhm.
and then probably the catfish, the two behind me.
Doomsday and
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Well, you have to be specific. Red tails or gooch.
The two red tails.
I'm
Yeah.
saying,
And then Bobby. The flower horn.
everybody likes
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Bobby is a character. It's hard to not like him because he has such an attitude. So yeah, it's kind of hard not to love Bobby.
Yeah. He has such a personality.
Stick your finger in the tank. It ain't that hard to not love them.
Yeah, that's true. Liquid Zoo wants to know what incident, time, or fish made you want to start partaking in the hobby with us.
I mean, we've always had fish, like, ever since as far back as I could remember. We've pretty much always taken care of fish. And when we started this whole thing back up and started getting a bunch of tanks and everything again, that's when I decided that I wanted to have my own.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we could feed into that a little bit more. And at what point did you decide you wanted to have your own fish? Because you've been helping us take care of our tanks and keep our fish fed. So at what point were you like, okay, I kind of want my own fish to call my own?
Well, when we got the axolotls from Sissy, when she started taking them into her room, I was pretty much, I didn't have anything at that point, and that's kind of when I decided that I wanted to have my own.
Like, oh, if she's going to take care of her own fish, then I want some
Yeah.
of my own too.
I mean, I had Split, but he was down here. I have Split, but he was down here in the 165 at the time. So, yeah.
Yeah. You didn't really have anything in your own room that you could look at and be like, that's my responsibility. So Liquid Zoo says, so like having any other pet, it just kind of grew on you.
Yeah, it pretty much did just kind of grow on me. I've always really loved animals.
You really have.
Yeah.
You have pretty much always been an animal person. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, now I can.
Adele, she probably could have kept Split
Probably
in her room for a little while, like when we first brought him home.
And then 2 weeks
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
I have to move right away.
ooh.
The worst part of fish keeping from my point of view,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I really enjoy like every part of it, honestly. The only thing that is just like to me is actually having to move the tanks, especially the bigger and heavier ones. That's the only part that drives me.
Sorry.
Well, I prefer the bigger tanks though, because like you can get some more cooler stuff like we have, like Split and the catfish and everything.
Yeah.
So I like having the bigger tanks. They're just a pain.
Yeah. Okay, so Jeremy has a really good question for you, and I kind of think that you already have your bucket list fish, but I could be wrong. What is your bucket list fish? Like the fish you've always wanted to own?
I really have always wanted to own an alligator gar, and I mean.
And you got Split.
Yeah, I got Split. Other than that, I don't know. We've had puffer fish every once in a while. We've tried that a few times, but that didn't really work out. But other than that, Split is really my alligator gar was pretty much my bucket list. I can't talk.
Bucket list fish. Okay. Yes, Adele, cleaning filters can be pretty gross.
Yeah.
There's nothing fun about that at all. Who else has questions? Anybody? There's only 6 people in here at the moment, which is totally fine, but I have like 50 more minutes that I have to kill. So how much time a day do you spend taking care of your fish, and how much do you spend just watching them?
I've never thought about that actually. The only time I'm really spending a bunch of time on it is when we're doing water changes. That is pretty quick. I'd say that's a pretty quick process actually. It probably only takes maybe like a half an hour to do the water change. And then if we need to test the water or anything, that's pretty quick too. So with my tank, there's not really much that I have to do. It doesn't take up a lot of time, but I do spend a lot of time watching them swim around.
Yeah. Jeremy has another good question. What do your peers think of your hobby?
I don't know, actually. I mean, I've never really asked anybody about that. My online friends, they love seeing the fish. And they love when I share stuff every once in a while.
That counts.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe they're starting to become a little more curious about wanting fish of their own by seeing your videos?
Some of them definitely.
Yeah.
I've had a few people that have asked me stuff even because they were trying to get into fish keeping.
So you're already getting people asking you for like fish keeping advice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And like, that's the whole point of this, is to get that younger crowd kind of interested in it and, fall in love with it.
Jeremy's got a bunch of questions.
Jeremy has great questions. Have you managed to convert anyone to fish keeping?
I've managed to convert one person that I know of into fish keeping.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Because for us, it's kind of the opposite. Like, our adult friends know that we love fish. So when they want to get out of the hobby or they want to downsize, we're the people they come to, and they're like, would you like this tank? Matt, do you spend much time learning, watching, or reading about fish issues and diseases, or does your learning come from me and Dad?
Most of the time it comes from me and Dad, honestly. I like to watch like when Dad's building or working on stuff, or even if he's just putting stuff in the tank to help the fish. I like to watch when he's doing that. Sometimes I do read about it on my own, but yeah, most of the time it is from you.
Mostly you just kind of, and you do. You come to us a lot when you feel like you have a sick fish or maybe something wrong with the tank. You're kind of like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And it is good to have that, but I mean, you also spend a lot of time watching other fish tubers streams and videos as well. So you kind of learned right, like by learning from us to expand on not just Googling things. Oh, there you go. Matt, Liquid Zoo wants to know, do you ask questions or do your own research?
See, I feel like that feeds into that last question.
Yeah.
I do most of the time. I will ask questions to you or Dad.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to just like get on Google and do research most of the time, especially since I have you two. And then we have this community of fish keepers.
Yeah.
So I try to stay away from Google as much as I can.
Yeah. Jeremy, do you have any interest in summer tubbing? So that's kind of like the big pond that we have in the backyard, that we brought back from OFR. Hello, Scott's Aquatics. So I don't think that, I mean, I think that you kind of have an interest in that just because we've told you, you know, we do want to set that up and we would like to put koi in it.
I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Scott, thank you for joining us. If you have any questions for Junior Metalhead here, as far as things you might be curious to know on how a teenager's brain works with fish keeping, that's kind of the point of this live stream. Rico, Stan, thank you for the happy birthday. Enjoy your movies with the family.
Matt's got a good question.
What is something you wish we were all doing already, or something you wish we were not doing as far as fish or fish tanks? Is there any fish keeping? How would you word that? Is there anything as far as fish keeping you wish we were doing?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Like, is there any specific kind of like fish tank you wish that we had, or?
I mean, I think I'm pretty much content with what we do have and what we have been doing already. I haven't really thought about if I wished we were doing something else or anything like that.
Like, I guess that would be kind of geared more like, do you wish that we had saltwater aquariums, or, you know, just stuff? That was an example, but
I mean, sometimes I do really like the saltwater fish, like the puffer fish and all the colorful ones. But I've noticed that those are a little harder to maintain. So I like what we have now.
I agree. I enjoy what we have now,
Yeah.
and, you know, maybe saltwater in the future, but I feel like our plate is so full with everything that we have right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of, I think we're good though. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we're doing pretty good as far as fish keeping goes at the moment.
Yeah, me too.
Eduardo, thank you for the happy birthday. And if I remember correctly, it's your birthday as well. So happy birthday to you. I have a lot of birthday buddies.
You do.
A lot of
That's the wrong metal.
oh, Scott, you're talking to the wrong little metalhead here with
Oh,
the
no.
Slipknot tank. And I am really glad that she is not around to see this.
See, I wish I was on here to answer that one.
What is the funniest mistake your family has made that makes you laugh when you think about it? Fish tank wise?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I got videos of my screw up.
Yeah. I mean, ooh. I
Funniest
don't
fish
know.
tank mistake that we have made.
I mean, there's been a couple of mistakes that
We've
I've made.
never made mistakes.
There's been a couple of mistakes that I made when I had first gotten my tank. Yeah.
No, we can actually, okay, so we can laugh about it now, but it was not
It
funny at the
wasn't funny in the
time.
moment.
Her fish tank is right next to the bunny cage because she also has bunnies,
Yeah.
and they managed to get their little heads through their cage because they're in a large dog cage. Okay, so that gives you perspective. They were able to get their noses through their cage good enough to reach the cord for her fish tank light,
They literally pulled it into their cage.
and they chewed it to pieces.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they did not electrocute themselves, but we're working on getting a new fish tank light for her because right now her fish tank does not have a light, but it's right in between two windows, so they get a lot of natural light.
Yeah. There was another moment too. I was doing one of my first water changes by myself, and it didn't go through my head at the time that I should have unplugged the heater before I started, taking the water out and everything. and the heater started smoking, and I called Dad in a panic, thinking that like the house was gonna catch
That
on
you did
fire.
something wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was another one.
Yeah. Jeremy would like to know if you go to fish club meetings, and I think, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, he would mean like Aquashella, and things like that.
Honestly, I think it would be really, really cool to go to Aquashella.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I would really be looking forward to.
Yeah. There's not a lot of like fish tank related meeting type stuff in our area, so Chicago is like the closest we could do like Aquashella there.
Yeah.
Saddest moment for you in fish keeping?
Yes. I don't know. There's been so many. I would say that when whatever happened with the water, I don't know what that was, but when we ended up losing like all of our fish in that tank.
Oh, in the 125? Yeah.
I'd say that was the saddest. We lost so many fish, and so many that Dad had for a while, and they were getting pretty big.
Yeah.
And they were so pretty too.
Sad moment. I mean, and I think this pertains as a sad moment for you too when we lost Pickle.
Oh yeah.
Her axolotl.
Yeah,
well,
that was Sissy's first.
One of the three. No, Pickle wasn't her first. Pickle and Freya we got from Steven.
Oh yeah.
Jordy was the first axolotl we got, who is thriving and getting much bigger. But yeah, Pickle, we're not really we're not really sure what happened there. Eduardo, yes, this is the new stream that we mentioned last week. This is going to basically just be me, and hopefully I can get more guests so that we can start doing live streams, fish keeping from the younger generation's point of view. Just, pick their brains a little bit about how they feel about it, how they got into it. Basically what you guys are doing now, asking Junior Metalhead all of the questions, and she's answering them.
Yeah.
And hopefully, by doing this, we get more of the younger generation interested in fish keeping. Dave, thank you so very much, and welcome to the stream. Thank you. Thank you. So if anybody has any more questions for Junior Metalhead, she's here to answer. It's kind of hard to keep it going, but it's easier if you guys ask questions and, things that you want to know as far as how a younger crowd keeps up with fish keeping. Eduardo says, I'm a teacher and I get their input all the time with fish keeping. That is really, really, really cool. And I just think it's, I don't know because there are so many fish tubers out there, but, I don't know that this is something that anybody else is doing, trying to get, trying to learn the habits of the younger crowd with fish keeping. So we're hoping this goes somewhere.
Yeah.
Liquid Zoo would like to know, what part of fish keeping do you think you use in other parts of your life? What habits as far as keeping fish and maintaining your tanks and whatnot do you use in other parts?
I feel like that's another tough one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, because like an example is your fish are on a feeding schedule, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you...
That's a good one, actually. I would say that the schedule with feeding actually helps, especially with, taking care of the bunnies and everything. I pretty much have everybody on a schedule. Like, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll feed the fish and then feed the bunnies, get them water if they need it, and make sure the cats have food and water and that their litter box is clean. and that the bunny's litter box is clean. So it definitely does help keep a schedule.
Yeah. Definitely teaches you a lot more responsibility, I think, in the long run. Adele would like to know if there's a project tank you would like to try in the future, like a planted tank, natural scapes.
I've never thought about that, actually. I don't think. I don't think.
Do you have any interest in maybe ever doing a planted tank in the future? Kind of like the hex is all planted and has like the wood.
Would be really cool because I do like the plants, and I think it would look really pretty in that tank.
Yeah.
Or just in general, I think it would be pretty cool.
Where did it go?
Help if I just
no
the questions?
No,
you guys can continue.
Oh no, I can see the comments.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I lost it.
So his question was, how did you master the nitrogen cycle? I don't even.
The final step.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them. It's the pain step.
Yikes!
Very last. How'd you get through that?
How did you basically get through cycling your tank so that fish could go into it?
Well, that's another thing. I learned a lot from Dad. There was time I pretty much just watched what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we can elaborate on that as well too, because you have learned how to you know how to quick cycle a tank.
Yeah.
But as far as getting yours ready, we taught you how to use the API master test kit, right?
True, yeah.
So you know how to fill up your little vials and put in all of your chemicals and test, and then you kind of know the steps to take to get everything where it needs to be.
Yeah.
What? All right, I'm gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
What methods did you take to speed up the process?
Do you remember what you used to quick cycle? That's part of the quick cycle thing. Do you remember what we used or what was used
Matt?
to quick cycle your tank?
Oh, no.
Okay, we might get to that. We might edit that a little, bleep a little bit. But anyway, do you remember what was used to do the quick cycle? Because some of the chemical names and things like that, I don't know that you really remember.
The chemical names, I don't really. I know there was chemical names used, but I'm bad with the names.
So the beneficial bacteria and prime were the two things that we...
Dropping a filter in.
Oh, yes. Taking a filter from another established tank and throwing it into the tank that you were trying to establish. I did see... Oh, I think did it get removed?
What?
I thought that someone had asked a question about what tank has she seen in public?
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
What tank has she seen in public that she wanted to bring home, or what was so fascinating about it? I think was basically...
Is there a tank you've seen anywhere that you wish was yours? What was cool about it to you?
Yeah.
Geez, there's been a lot of tanks. That's another question.
And you can say it.
Yeah.
I know of one specifically, and I don't know if you wanted... Okay.
I just thought of one. There was one tank when we went to OFR. their big bubble tank.
The
that they
globe.
had.
Yeah,
the
and that's the
globe.
one I was going to
Yeah.
mention. Yes, the
I thought
gumball.
The globe was pretty cool.
The gumball tank.
Yeah.
So what did you think? Why did you want that one so bad? What was so cool about that tank?
I like the shape of it. It honestly, I thought that was pretty cool.
My thing about that one being so much fun and being so cool was the fact that, like, when they had the goldfish in it, these goldfish weren't really that big that were in there, but they looked huge because it magnified everything. It was really, really, really cool. And I think, well, I don't know if you ever really did see the cube while it was at OFR.
I think like the last time we went, unless that was a different tank that I'm thinking of.
No, I think that one was still there at the time.
When they were carrying it, when Dad was helping them like carry it in and set it up in the back.
No, that would have been the Dwight Howard.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that was a different one.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't see. I mean, this is the first time that I'm actually seeing it in person.
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, they went there for the first trip.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
And by the time they had gotten there, they'd already tore this thing down.
Okay, sorry, I had to check that real quick. Yeah, does anybody else have any questions? I mean, honestly, Matt and Jeremy have been fantastic.
Lady Metalhead, what other hobbies do you have besides fish keeping?
Okay, and
Yeah,
they're basically just tagging me in those so that I can make sure to ask her. So yeah, what other hobbies do you have?
I'm not sure.
Rabbits. Making sure your rabbits
Yeah.
are awake.
You have the buns.
I do have the bunnies, and making sure that they're all taken care of.
Making sure they wait until midnight to start getting active.
Yeah. Apparently making sure that they wait until the worst hours of the night to start running around their cage and making the most noise.
And thumping at each other.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous. You like to play video games?
I do.
And I got you into diamond painting.
Oh yeah. The diamond painting too. I really like that.
What?
Matt and Jeremy love
No. My channel, my rules.
it. All right, fine. I tried.
Anywho, Liquid Zoo again, reading, movies, homework, sports.
I have been actually starting to branch out with TV and getting into other shows lately.
Yeah.
That I never thought I would actually watch when I was younger. I've decided to finally watch now.
Adele in with.
Oh, is there an exotic animal you would like to own in the future?
There's so many. I mean, I have always thought that a turtle would be really cool.
I think you kind of fell in love with turtles when you got to meet Hubert.
Yeah.
Because he is quite the character.
That did kind of bring me into really yeah.
Any animal.
But as far as exotic,
Makes no issue. Makes no issue.
as long as it's legal to have.
Local laws are no issue.
So I will say it, she has the biggest love in the whole wide world for pandas.
Yeah.
She dressed as a panda one year for Halloween. Like,
We can get a panda and a kangaroo.
I think if she could own a panda.
If I could, a hippo.
No.
So we do have a newfound love for hippos.
If I could own a hippo too, I would own a hippo. See, the Cincinnati Zoo has Fiona.
And Tucker.
Yeah.
And BB.
Yeah. You and me have been in love with Tucker for like a year now.
No, Tucker just came.
Or not Tucker.
Fiona.
Yeah.
She's getting ready to turn 5 and they're doing a birthday party. And like, if you donate money, you get to be part of like her virtual online birthday party.
Oh my God.
I've thought about it.
Matt says you're no longer his favorite. Junior is because she loves turtles.
Yeah, because he loves turtles and tortoises, and you do too. So, you know what? That's okay. Matt and I have a love-hate relationship. He's like the YouTube brother I never wanted.
And Laura's got a good question here.
Has fish keeping helped you decide what you want to study in the future?
I've never thought about that either, actually. I mean, I do have something in mind that I have been focusing on that I really want to do.
Elaborate on what you are taking in your high school courses right now for college.
Right now I'm taking, they have my grad plan to get me ready to be a nurse. So right now they have me taking like health and humanity and all that. They have me taking a couple of those courses towards my college credits already. So I've been working on that this year, which is really exciting.
So I guess in a way, nursing could tie into fish keeping because you're keeping your fish healthy. When they get sick, you're giving them the proper care and medication to get them healthy again. So nursing in a way, veterinarian is more
that's
animal, but nursing, I mean, if you think about it, a nurse, a doctor, a veterinarian, they're all doing the same thing. They're all ultimately trying to make sure that you are healthy in the end.
I like that question.
Matt does have a good question. Who's a better fish keeper, mom or dad, or is it you?
It's definitely not me. I don't know. I mean, I've definitely watched. I hate these types of questions.
No, you can answer as honest as possible because
I've definitely. I would say it's Dad.
I would have to agree that it's Dad. He does more as far as keeping the fish and medicating the fish, and
I'm definitely gonna have to say it's Dad.
I would absolutely have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Because I don't. I love taking care of the fish, don't get me wrong, but he does a way better job of.
He definitely is the one that saves everybody.
Get out of my stream, sir.
No, he's right. It doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
I don't.
What I like about it is if the problem arises, you guys know what to do. If I'm at work, you guys know what to do.
Yes.
Hello.
And that's the beauty of it. I mean, look at how many times we went to OFR and she would test the water and go, "Hey, Mom, I'm doing a water change on blah, blah, blah tank because nitrates were really high or ammonia spiked." And we're like, sweet.
Yeah.
Adele wants to know your favorite movie or music.
That actually shocked Rich.
Oh,
when that happened.
Yeah. Because they were actually talking.
Kids know, and I'm like,
yeah.
You think I'd leave 10 tanks unattended?
Right.
No.
So Adele would like to know your favorite movies and music at the moment.
With music, honestly, I can never pick favorites. I like all types of music pretty much.
Is there something specific music-wise that you have found yourself listening to more than anything else right now?
I think the category that it's called is indie.
Okay. Independent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
That's what I've been listening to a lot lately. As for movies, I don't really watch movies actually. I'm more into TV shows.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm a lot more into TV
What
shows.
What is a TV show that you like can't get enough of right now?
Well, I already finished it about a month ago, but I'd say Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right now I'm watching Vampire Diaries, so it's in that element.
Same category, kind of, yeah. Is there anything you won't do as far as fish keeping or a fish that scares you?
I don't think they're really. I mean, as for actually taking care of fish, there's not really fish that scare me. I mean, I got in a pool with a bunch of monster fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not really, there's not really fish that scare me, honestly, but branching out in, like, if you're talking, like, the fish that are deep in the ocean, like, in the deep depths, those are the fish that kind of, like, the ones that we don't really know much
Right.
about. Those are the ones, stuff like those are the ones that scare me.
I think he kind of was gearing it toward more like fish that we own or fish that we may own in the future. Is there any fish that we own that scare you?
As for that, there's not really, they don't really scare me. I do know that, like, obviously I'm not going to try to, like, stick my hand in the water with split or something, because I think the fear of getting bit by split is what scares me.
I will not get in the tank of axolotls.
But other than that, I'm not really scared of fish, of what we have or what we might have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, to be honest, we've had Split since he was so small that Split is trained to hand feed.
And he's not, I'm not worried about him biting us or anything.
No. It's just a matter of you actually know how to care for these guys correctly to where you're not injuring them and they're not going to injure you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Who else has questions? Anybody?
Yeah, I'm on season 3 right now.
Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
You guys are doing good.
Yeah.
7 people watching and 13 likes.
We had 10 at one point watching. We're kind of fluctuating, which is okay. I mean, I know there's other people that are live or will be going live or whatever, so I get it.
Now, are you getting Minnie in on that?
Not today.
Yeah.
It'll be a different guest every week, I guess, is my hope. So if any of you know of anybody, young adult wise, teenager, whatever. Okay, we'll go with the first question from Liquid Zoo first. Your favorite animal in the entire house?
Yeah.
That's hard because we have a lot of
really
animals.
hard. We do have a ton of animals. I don't know.
It's hard because you love them all in your own way. You can't really.
I love them all.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can pick a favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah. Jimmy P is in the hospital. I really hope you feel better, Jimmy P. Seriously. And thank you for popping on long enough to see this. I'm not sure, and I don't know if he's comfortable elaborating. Whatever did happen, Jimmy P, I really hope that you get better soon. Oh, Liquid Zoo says there has to be one that you like the best.
I don't know. I mean, if I had to pick a favorite, I would probably say Bobby.
Bobby?
Yeah.
Of all the cats, the dog, all the fish, the bunnies.
Yeah, because I don't know, there's something about Bobby. He's just very inquisitive.
I agree.
And he has
his personality.
An amazing personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Mabel because she is the laziest, quietest, easiest, chill cat in the whole world. But it's fine. Eduardo says, due to your mom's birthday, what will you do for her today as a gift to her? You being here, I feel like, is my gift. The fact that you agreed to come on and be put under the microscope with all of the fish tubers, I feel like that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, wants to know who's your favorite parent. You know what,
Oh my God.
sir? That is completely unnecessary.
I do not like this question.
That is completely unnecessary. And, you know, no. Just no. 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 Same question for Josh. Oh, wait, never mind. See, Matt, family friendly, dude. Family friendly. Come on. Come on.
Jeez.
Goodness gracious.
See, I feel like asking me what my favorite fish is like asking me what my favorite parent is.
And yeah, like you just can't.
It's like you can't really, I don't really have an answer for that.
Atkins Nature Aquariums. Hello, hello. Jimmy P. He had a bad reaction to new heart medicine, but he should be home in a couple of days. Well, yeah, hopefully they can get that regulated and get you back, back to good as new or as good as new as you're going to be. That's heart medication isn't anything to mess with. Ooh, Matt. What is something you want us to know about you and or your family?
I don't know. I've never really thought about that one either.
I know. That's not something you typically think about.
Yeah.
Something you wish people knew that they don't seem to get.
See, I have a good answer for that one. That fish tanks are not, it's not something that you can just like throw water in and throw fish in and just take care of without and expect to not have to do any work other than feed the fish and clean the tank.
Yeah.
There's so much more to it.
There is. And see, I thought you were going to go with how to pronounce your name because nobody
can get that either. Actually.
Nobody knows how to pronounce your real name correctly. And that has bugged me for 17 years. And you are so much nicer about it than I ever am because I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Nobody can pronounce that correctly either.
It's so frustrating. But yeah, that's a good answer as far as fish keeping. You don't just buy a tank, put decorations in it, fill it with water, put fish in it, and think you're going to feed them, once or twice a day.
A lot of people think that it's that easy, and it's really not.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And then they go in blindly, not knowing what to do, and then the fish die.
Yeah, no, I agree. So Matt said, what's so hard about saying junior? So again, her real name is actually Angelique.
Yeah.
We call her Angel because anybody that reads her name on paper thinks, oh my God, it's Angelique. And I just want to fight them.
They call me, I've gotten called like Angela, Angelina.
Yes.
Like stuff that's Angelia at one point.
Yes.
Stuff that sounds so similar, but it's not.
Yes.
It's not right.
Ooh, we got Degenerate and 3G. Hey guys.
They're all getting
Steven's. Yeah. Nobody is winning the wheel of you lose. Yeah. So now everybody's coming here. Yes. Liquid Zoo, Matt, thank you so much. Seriously, if you guys know anybody that has children that are into fish keeping, children that want to get into fish keeping, young adults, teenagers, it's all about fish keeping from that younger mindset, from that younger perspective. That's the whole point of this. Yeah. And so if you know of anybody, have them get a hold of me through Facebook, comment on here, we got this. We can get something set up because as of right now, it's just going to be my poor children.
Yeah.
So I think I can pin that. Yes. Okay. There we go. And actually, I think I can also do it that way. Okay. So that is my email address. If you know anybody that would like to get a hold of me, young adults that experienced it growing up would be great too. I would like to be able to keep it to where, you know, you're a teenager, you're a young adult that has your own fish tank that kind of has the responsibility. But yes, absolutely. If they're curious about fish keeping and they just want to come on and they want to pick our brains about questions about fish keeping, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, we can set it up. Matt, do not make me regret making you a moderator because I will take it away, but I'm going to add you because I know that you have the links to some things and you are very helpful, but do not make me regret it, please. Please. He's got mod status as of right now, but he really has to mind those P's and Q's because this is family oriented and he has been great. So I am going to, he's a mod for now. Oh, Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, S. 44 Mag Guy Fishing More. Thank you so much for the happy birthday wish. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all of you that have come in, all of you that have asked Junior Metalhead questions. If you have any further questions for her, and if you don't already know the point of this live stream, we are talking fish keeping from the teenager's point of view or fish keeping as a family. So if anybody has a question for Junior Metalhead about how she takes care of her tanks, how she feels about it in general, feel free to ask.
Your guys' first live stream is going way better than mine.
Yeah. I'm not so sure about that. I'm still like, I still feel very awkward.
My first live stream didn't have more likes than viewers. Yours has been more likes than viewers the whole time. You've got 22 likes and 19 watching.
Well, like I said, everybody is kind of,
you guys are doing fine.
Everybody is kind of fluctuating and coming in and out. And this is like, I apologize if this seems very awkward because I have like those, you know, first day of school or new job jitters. Like I'm trying to make this as fun as I absolutely can. Dee Dee would like to know if you have other friends with tanks. I think we did tap on that a little bit earlier, but Dee Dee just came in. So
that I know of, I do have a couple other friends that have their own tanks.
Okay. Secret History Living in Your Aquarium would like to know, is there a stigma around keeping fish? Like does anybody in your group of friends or whatever view you as a nerd or anything like that for being a fish keeper?
I don't think so, honestly. It doesn't seem like any of them have viewed it in that way.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Stephen P. Aquartics, sir, thank you for joining.
We got the rap superstar in here.
Who is, oh yes, the rap superstar. F those fishy police, yo. I said F.
You're breaking your own rules.
No, I did not curse. I said F. Sandy, welcome and hello.
I'm trying to get to them. They all came in.
I know you guys all just kind of like ambushed this live stream all at once. Welcome. If you have any kind of fish keeping from a teenager's perspective questions for Junior Metalhead over here, I think I'm pointing in the correct direction.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. If you have any questions for her, please feel free to ask.
Yeah, there you go. Hug the fish police.
Yeah, okay, hug
Yes,
the fish
there you
police.
go.
Yes.
And squeeze them really hard so they can't breathe sometimes.
Dee Dee had a good question. When your friends come over, do you like spending time? Do they like spending time learning about the fish?
We have our uncle that comes over, and when he brings our little cousins, they love to come in, and even no matter how many times they've seen the fish, they request a tour every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So we always take them all the way through the house to look at all the tanks every time they come over.
Yes. I just want to make sure. Okay, good. Yep, I want to make sure that I'm not missing any questions because I don't want to say that the chat is moving faster, but so many people came in at once that it definitely
It jumped quite a bit.
it definitely moved a little bit quicker than I was prepared for. So it looks like I have about 5 more minutes in my time slot because I was told by Liquid Zoo that I only get 1 hour on the YouTube channel. So unless anyone says otherwise, if you guys want us to stay around and you have more questions, is there anything you can't buy alone? Like, for instance, needing a credit card to order things online, or can you get anything you need?
I mean,
That is a really good question.
That is a very good question.
The secret history living in your aquarium. You mentioned that.
Yes.
yeah. I mean,
Does so they're saying, does your age limit you from buying stuff? The quick answer to this is no, because when you go into most places, even when I give you my debit card and I'm like, go ahead, nobody questions you, right?
Yeah.
Because you look older than you actually are. So they don't bat an eye. They just take that money.
It's never been a problem.
No, not at all.
It's honestly never been a problem for me. The problem has been people thinking that I'm older than I actually am.
Yeah. So like not necessarily fish related, but I can't even tell you how many times she has gone down to the gas station and some peddler outside is like, hey, can I give you this money to go in and buy me cigarettes? And she's like, I'm not even close to being old enough, so.
I'm going to jump in on this one. The local fish store that she'll go into is literally right across the street, and they've known us her whole life.
Yes.
So,
yep. Our local fish store where we buy like literally 90% of our supplies, if she were to ever go in there by herself with a debit card, they're not even going to think twice because they know who she is. They know that she's getting either something for herself or something for one of our tanks. And they just kind of do the sale and send her home.
now, if you went to another store, it might.
Yeah.
Yes. New local Austin, not fish related, but I'll let you answer. Do you know how to cook?
I do. I love to cook. I wanted to start learning when I was like 8.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've pretty much been, I mean, I don't know how to do like too fancy stuff, but I've helped Mom. I've made dinner before.
Yes.
Yeah. I do know how to make a good amount of things.
You do.
Yeah. And I do enjoy cooking.
Yes. Hi, Jenna P. And also I never listen to Matt. I was just being a little smarty pants right there. Thank you for joining us, by the way.
This is on 2%.
History of living in your aquarium. No, as far as I know, there's no kind of law, rule, regulation that states that a minor can't buy fish. Most of them around here just want your money. So, yeah. Ooh, Dee Dee, another good question. Is there a fish that you want, but Mom and Dad won't let you have it?
I mean, I feel like I pretty much do already have what I really wanted.
Yep.
I already have split. we have the axolotls. So there's not really anything.
So explain, because Dee Dee did come in late and we did already touch on that one as well. Explain to Dee Dee what split is.
True, I should have specified. Split is an alligator gar. And how long has it? It's been almost a year.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That we had him. I think he's 3.
We think he's about
so.
3 years
3 or
old.
4.
Yeah.
We got him from OFR because he was given to them by someone who could no longer keep him.
Yeah.
So we ended up with him because they found out that she really wanted an alligator gar, and they were like, "Oh, here you go."
And we also have Florida gar.
So, and we do have a Florida gar, but that's
Florida
not her
spot.
fish.
No, that's fine.
Split's her
I really
fish.
do like the Florida gar too.
I have the cute one. I love them both.
This is about to go.
Eduardo had a good question.
I'm looking now. Once you graduate, have you decided to travel, and where would you love to visit? And it can be anywhere in the world.
I would definitely love to travel. Maybe visit places like. I think the UK would be a really cool spot to visit.
Yeah.
Like London and see the city there.
If
And
your phone is good,
It
you should be able to get on your messages then and tap on that link, and we can bring you in through that if the tablet's about to die.
Okay.
Let's
I
see.
feel like a lot of our fish, it just kind of happened.
Yeah, I agree.
He did get very chunky.
Yes, Adele says Split is adorable, and he got so chunky. Yes.
True.
So-
Australia would actually be. I think that would be a pretty.
Oh
cool
no,
place.
you'll go down under and visit Adele. Yes, that would be great.
Why would Annie put it on right now?
No,
Oh,
agreed.
wow.
It did. Okay, I'm gonna take that off of there. Okay, so yep, if you want to come in on your phone, because I don't know how much longer
Yeah,
that.
it's on 1%.
Yeah, it's not gonna last much longer, and I don't have a charger. Oh, Adele says, but no smuggling kangaroos.
Then
Dang.
you're not going. Dee Dee's got a question.
Dee Dee would like to know if you would give me just a moment, guys. She has to come back in backstage. She had to switch to her phone because my tablet that she was using died. So your spot is next week, ma'am.
Yeah.
But I always live from.
Do you have the link?
Yes. I mean, I just have to put my name in there.
Sorry, guys. Give us just a moment. It looks like we're gonna go a little bit longer because nobody is actually going live until 6. So we are just gonna go ahead and keep going. I just muted your mic. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back over here. And Dee Dee did have a question. There we go. And Dee Dee, we did touch on this, but we will repeat just because you came in later than everyone else, which is fine. We still love you. Dee Dee wants to know if you would go to Aquashella. And if you did, what do you think would be the most important part of it for you?
I would love to go to Aquashella. The most important part, that's a tough question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know really. I'm not sure what the most important part would be actually.
I mean, because there's learning aspects and there's
there's a lot
to it.
Honestly, probably the learning aspect would be, because I definitely do want to learn a lot more about this.
Mm-hmm.
So the learning aspect would be, I feel like, the most important.
Yeah. 44 Mag Guy has a great question. How do you manage time between school and fish keeping?
So usually what I do every morning is the first like 30 minutes before school or whatever. See, this goes on with the question about scheduling earlier.
Finish the rest of that question. Keep going.
So every morning before school, I get up and I feed my fish and I feed the bunnies. And if I have time, I make sure that they all have their water and a changed litter box and everything. And if I don't have time before school, I usually have an hour-ish break in between like my first half of my classes and the last half. So I'll try to get it done then, and if I can't do it then I just do it after my classes end.
Yeah, so I guess we need to elaborate on that. Both kids are homeschooled. They do all of their schooling online from home. So it's not a get up and scramble to take care of everything, get out the door to get to a public school and, you know, not have time to do anything in between. They're at home. So she can definitely absolutely manage all of that in between her classes, you know, because she has that advantage of being home.
Yeah.
So Dee Dee says she doesn't know what the most important for her would be either, with the exception of hugging Fish Fam. And I agree. Yes, it would be big hugs for everybody.
There's definitely people that I would really, really be looking forward to meet there.
Yes.
So that would be important too.
Agreed. Adele would like to know, are there any fish keepers around your age that you watch on YouTube?
I don't think so.
I really don't think there are, and I think that was the whole point of this, was to bring more people in her age group into YouTube and kind of get them more excited about fish keeping, because there really aren't a lot of young fish keepers. No, not at all.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anybody.
Pet Sodix wants to know what's in the aquarium behind you.
Oh, this is the 2 red-tailed catfish.
So I don't know if you can move your phone to kind of...
The lighting is going to be a problem.
It's going to be weird, but it's okay.
This is weird.
It is.
I might not be able to actually.
She's trying to bring they're red-tailed cats, Pet Sodix. Red-tailed catfish, Apocalypse and Doomsday, and then there's also a common pleco in there with them.
In there under that black rock. The pleco. Yeah, this is weird.
That is stage.
That's okay. You can go back to doing what you were doing.
That is stage 2 of 55.
One of the catfish, and then the other one is over here in the corner.
Adele says Brienne and Fish Kid 61 are within her age group. How old are Brienne and Fish Kid? And I don't know if I follow either one of them on YouTube, so I'm not even sure.
Fish Kid made me laugh during a live stream on Aqua Shell.
Okay.
That was a good one. I'm not going to say one, but I got to pick it up.
Yeah, 44 Mag Guy says they were homeschooled as well. And the homeschooling thing is, a lot of people, when I mention that, are like, oh, you know, COVID, blah, blah, blah.
Nope.
No, these two started homeschooling before COVID. Both of them did. And we did it for our own reasons, you know, bullying and a bunch of BS.
I started in 2018, so I guess that would have been a year before everything.
Roughly, yeah.
Started.
Dave Farrell says Fish Kid is 13. Okay. Junior Metalhead is 17.
Yeah.
Mini Metalhead will be 15 next month. So I guess they're kind of more in mini Metalhead's age demographic. But
it's still pretty close.
Even still, it's somewhat close.
I'm going to ask both those kids how to grow my channel, because they have more subscribers than I do.
You know, whatever. Okay, so Let me show that.
That's awesome.
So if anybody, if you know of anybody that would like to do a collaboration with me on my live stream as far as fish keeping from that younger perspective, you can get in touch with me through that Facebook group. I did have my email on there for a while as well. We're trying to get this out here a little bit. Bree acts like she's 25 and has the attitude of it too. I get that. My 15-year-old sometimes would like to think that she's a lot older than she is. I don't even remember what it's like to be 25. I'm just going to throw that out there. Dee Dee says, guess they're not as cool as me. Nobody is going to be as cool as you, Dee Dee. I mean, you're a bad woman. And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
I like watching her.
Dee Dee is great. Love her. Yes, kids should be kids as long as possible. Yeah. I remember being a teenager thinking, oh my God, I can't wait to be an adult. And now I'm like, I don't want to adult. I want a cat. Can I cat? I'd rather be a cat. Matt, you're so sweet. I've been 25 for less than a day and I already forgot what it's like. Yeah, no, 25 plus quite a few. Plus quite a few. But anywho, thank you.
No, I just like the 18th annual celebration of my 21st birthday.
Yeah, because
That was a good one.
Yeah, I'm 12 years past being 25. Yeah, I'm 12 years past being 25. So if you're good at math, I just disclosed how old I am today. So
Cheer
there you
up,
go.
44 mag guy. It gets worse.
No.
Sorry.
I'll be 30 at the end of December. Oh, you are so cute. That is adorable.
It gets worse.
I am like virtually pinching your cheeks because that's so cute. Dee Dee says I'm a cougar, an old nag, a female dog, and a dodo bird. Listen, the fact that you worked in a men's prison makes you freaking Wonder Woman. Like, no, wow. You're my hero, Dee Dee. You're my hero. Yeah, Matt, I'll go with 28. That's cool. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're straying away from this here. I know you guys have questions for Junior Metalhead. Come on. I know that you guys have questions for Junior Metalhead. There's no way that we asked her everything that we want to know. Dee Dee's plumage sends the boys to the yard. Is that what we're calling this area these days? Plumage? Family friendly, sorry.
Oh, you know what? I'll answer that one. I'm allowing it to happen.
Allowing. Okay.
You guys are doing fine.
Goodness gracious.
Hey, my live streams aren't that great. I get it. I'm okay with this.
Oh, no, okay. New Local Austin, you are fine. I elaborated on your comment in a not very appropriate way. I don't know that a kid would really understand what I did, but I still need to
Yeah, you go to work now.
be a little more family friendly here. Junior Et, do you have any other pets?
Lots of other pets. In my room specifically, I have
I will be
two
right back.
bunnies And we have 3 cats, but they kind of just migrate into my room. So,
Jimmy P says, how would Junior help a 12-year-old set up a new 10-gallon tank? And what fish would she suggest for a 10-gallon tank?
yikes.
There you go. Now you're getting drilled.
Yeah.
No, that's a good question.
I'm not sure.
Well, obviously you're not going to put goldfish in there.
No.
So what would you, for a 10-gallon, how would you set it up? And how would you say, here's what I would do?
Yikes. I'm not sure about that.
Well, I mean, obviously you want to make sure that whoever's setting that 10-gallon up, they're not putting fish that are going to throw it, right?
You definitely
Okay.
don't want to put huge fish in it.
So what are you going to do first? You're going to give them tips on how to get it cycled? That's like the,
Yeah, getting it cycled. Getting it cycled is definitely what you would need. What I would suggest to start off with, or else the fish are just gonna be done for.
pointless if there's no cycle.
Yeah, it's pretty much pointless at that point.
And then what kind of fish would you suggest or after that? Because I mean, it's 10-gallon, but there's still plenty of fish you can put in 10-gallon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I would say maybe. I don't know. Maybe to put some.
She's having a brain fart. Think the hex tank.
Red or fish or
Yeah, it would be fish.
okay.
I can't remember the names of the fish. I can't
Neons,
remember the ones that would
guppies,
have in there.
endless.
I feel like guppies would be.
Mm-hmm.
It's for a, how old was it again? For a 12-year-old. Well,
That'd be a cool fish or
yeah, I feel like guppies would be, that might be an ideal fish to put into the tank.
Yeah.
you could also get away with some smaller tetras.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't do mollies.
Right.
No, definitely do not do mollies.
They make two.
Let's explain why you don't do mollies.
Oh.
Small
What
tank.
happened?
You hit a button and ended
My
up.
hand wasn't even on the screen.
Come back. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Something happened and she ended up out of the
Yeah.
thing again. She'll be right back in just a
My
moment.
hand wasn't even touching my phone. I don't know what happened. But yeah,
Okay.
definitely do not want to go with mollies because we tried that and they breeded like crazy.
Yeah.
You had a question.
And we ended up with,
We're getting there if you would hush.
we ended up with a crazy amount of
Mm-hmm. Liquid Zoo wants to know how you feel about your parents being on YouTube.
Honestly, I think it's pretty cool because there's not really, well, I've pretty much, ever since I could actually watch YouTube, I've pretty much been watching more like family-oriented, I can't tell, more family-like channels. So I think it's pretty cool that they do YouTube and that we actually have this and that we've been doing this because this community is pretty cool. And I think it's brought us some pretty cool opportunities and we've met so many amazing people.
We've met some really cool people. I agree.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic question, and I cannot wait to hear your answer to this. If me and Dad handed you $100 and told you could spend it any way you wanted at Broadway Aquatics, what would you buy?
We did.
No, we did not.
I don't think.
Oh,
I don't
Nope.
remember doing that. I was
So-
gonna say.
if we were to give you $100 and say go to town, what would you buy with that $100?
I feel like with that, obviously within what I can put into my tank, I would probably look into getting some other types of fish that I could put in there and get the stuff that I need to help maintain the tank and stuff like that.
I think we're getting an echo here.
I just muted her because there was an echo.
Oh, shoot.
And unfortunately, I can't really.
Oh, it's because I didn't mute when I first got in here.
Are you muted now?
No, hold on. I think I'm frozen.
No, you're
Oh, no,
moving.
No, you're fine.
There we go. Okay.
No,
Okay.
we're good. We're good.
Okay.
So you said fish that you could put in with the ones that you already have.
I would branch out and get some more fish that I can put into my tank that would go well with the ones that I already have. And I would make sure that I have the stuff that I need to be able to maintain the tank. Like the stuff that I would need for if they would get sick or anything like that, and food and stuff.
Okay. That would be pretty awesome. Liquid Zoo wants to know what ideas you have to help me grow my channel.
I haven't thought about that yet, actually.
This is still so new for both of
Yeah.
us that we're like, I think we're trying to
That's
both bounce
something that
ideas.
we should think about.
Yes,
But I haven't help me grow my time to do that yet.
I agree. Okay, I'm not seeing any other questions at the moment. I'm even trying to like think of something now just so that we can kind of keep this going. Gosh, everybody's had really good questions and you've had really good answers. All right, Adele. You have a good day.
Yeah.
Enjoy your breakfast. Dee Dee says she's used up the hourly brain cells. I feel the same. I really do. Do you have a favorite fish food or a fish that a food that you don't like feeding your fish? So a favorite or a least favorite?
Out of everything that we have here that we feed all of our fish, I think the krill would be my least favorite because the smell.
It's pretty funky. Even the what is that? Freeze dried?
Yeah. The krill has a pretty funky smell to it.
It does. Yeah. And I guess, as far as like brands, we pretty much only just get Extreme.
Yeah.
And we typically buy our fish food, Hikari as well, because we use the jumbo carne sticks. But it's mostly Extreme. And I'm going to plug it. I don't care. I'm not going to get anything out of a plug or not plugging, so it doesn't matter. We typically buy our Extreme fish foods from KG Tropicals. And that's
like the only place you can
that is everything from like the very minuscule, like I get my betta food from there. And then we do like the different size pellets. And we also get krill flakes.
Yeah.
So yes, krill flakes. And I apologize because I have this green screen behind me, so you can't see it very well.
Yeah.
But we get the krill flakes, and then we also do the pellets, and we get all of that from KG Tropical. So it's fishkeeping.com, I think is their website. Yeah, I'm going to plug it just because we've been buying our food from them for a long time, and we're always very happy. So
yeah, I think all of our food that we're using, it did it again, didn't it?
is your phone dying, or are you just
No.
losing Wi-Fi? She keeps getting booted. I apologize, guys.
New local Austin's got one. You like or dislike snails?
Where do you see that? Oh, okay.
Am I back now?
Hang on, I gotta bring it back again. Mute.
My screen is black. so-
Yeah, I don't know which Wi-Fi you are on.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
I'm on the
That up on the
extender.
green screen.
I know, it was pretty bad. The extender, there might be something wrong with the
I didn't
Wi-Fi
realize I
booster.
was on the extender. Oopsie. Let me get back on the actual one.
So yeah.
It
And
wouldn't be us if we didn't have technical difficulties.
no kidding.
Yeah.
And then while you're doing that, you should still be able to answer. New Local Austin wants to know if you like or dislike snails.
I really like snails. I had a few in my tank a while ago.
Yeah,
I am not sure if they're there anymore, but I did have some in my tank.
I'm sure they're not only still there, but they're probably like thriving,
They're
and you
probably
just
in the
don't know it.
filter. You just don't-
Is your
Probably.
camera on?
Not yet. I'm coming back to it. Now it is. It should be turning on in a second. Okay. Yeah, now it's on.
Let me see. Dee Dee, I don't know if we answered this one or not, so we'll go back to it. If you did, you can say you did. Dee Dee would like to know if you're going to keep coming to the stream.
I honestly, it would be pretty cool to keep coming back to the stream. It's definitely like, I'm not used to it, but I feel like as I get more used to it,
It'll be easier.
Yeah.
Yep. Another one from Dee Dee, and this is funny. Did your parents have to bribe you to come on the stream?
No. I came on my own free will.
She just loves her mama. Mama said, I really need you to be the guest on my first live stream. Will you do it? And this is how it's going to go. And she was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like or dislike snails. Hello, Terry. Hello. My fish tanks. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully this will keep going. Dee Dee says you should have held out for cash, but you're a good kid.
I couldn't do that.
No, you're not my briber. Now your sister, on the other hand, would be like, oh, I'll do it for this or this. 44 Mag Guy wants to know if you like plants and planted tanks.
I really do like plants. I think that they make a nice. They look good in tanks.
Yeah. They can. I feel like sometimes maybe people overdo it. I mean, and that's just, everybody is different. Everybody kind of has their own opinion.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I feel like definitely can overdo it.
I definitely agree that sometimes I feel like sometimes people do a little more than what's necessary.
Yeah.
But that's just me, and everybody is different. And then they also say, you know, the more tanks that you have or plants that you have in your tank, if you have enough, then you don't need filtration at all. No hang on back, no sponge filter, which is cool, but that's just kind of, I don't know. I love planted tanks. Our Hex tank is planted and it's beautiful and I love it. But that's really the only planted tank that we have because our fish are turkeys and they try to eat our plants. So
Yeah.
Wow. All right. We're coming up on 5:30. This is going really, really quick.
Yeah, every time we
Yeah.
get like
Every
time we get duckweed, it doesn't seem to last too.
It really doesn't. Like, and that's my thing. I love duckweed, but so does Pluto, my beta.
Yeah.
They love eating it. And it's like if the filter doesn't get to it first, then the fish are eating it and it just doesn't. Like everybody warned me, oh, duckweed is bad. You know, I can't get rid of it and I can't keep it.
Yeah,
So
we can't keep it to save
no,
lives.
our fish are way too into eating it, I guess. So I know, and I muted.
It could be that something, which will be in a video as soon as the live comes.
Well, I just muted her microphone again on my end.
If you're getting the echo, though, that's probably my fault. And
I do apologize.
there'll be a video on why that's my fault.
So, I mean, backstory seriously on the reason why we fight the echo so much. We are in a room with 9 tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks, 7 tanks. Sorry.
It's only
we-
15-foot room.
It's a 15 by something room that has 7 tanks.
Good now, so it's probably.
So yeah. Dee Dee, this is another good question. Dee Dee would like to know what kind of filtration you prefer. Hang on back, sump, canister.
Honestly, I really like the sumps. I would say that the sumps are my favorite kind of filtration.
So we have a sump on the cube.
Why would you say, what specifically do you like about the sumps versus the canister or the hang on the back?
Or even the sponge.
I feel like I would say it's the power in the sumps, the way with how much they can actually handle, and the hang on the backs or whatever. I feel like we've had more problems with those versus the sumps.
Well,
It's a good answer.
the first sumps that we did was because of my own stupid design.
It definitely took some learning.
Skipper does great, and that one's doing good so far.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's technically a sump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lifted one.
It's just weird that it's weird that you chose sump when your tank has a canister.
True.
I am a bigger fan of it.
I agree.
But
I do like the canisters. I mean, I don't know. It's really close between those two.
The two,
for me.
yeah. No, I
definitely
agree.
prefer those two over like the hang ones, I think.
Yeah.
the hang on the backs can be a hassle because if
Yeah.
you want to put your tank closer to the wall, you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they do a great job.
And like with the canisters, you could put those under your tanks.
You can hide them a lot.
Yeah.
Everything
You
can
can
be
hide
a
them
lot
better.
prettier. Yeah.
That's another good point. Cleaning something's easier than cleaning the other one.
Mhm.
True.
It's like bing bang boom done.
Agreed.
Except for that one.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. All right. I mean, we're only it's 5:33 our time.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has any further questions or if you guys are just over it because our viewers dipped down quite a bit. So, New Local Austin, thank you for stopping by. My phone is over here going absolutely nuts.
Oh gosh.
We don't have anybody until 6, I believe. Let me.
There goes Dee Dee with another one. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Jeremy with one.
Jeremy, Team C's. What
Team C's.
I don't even know what that
What
means.
is the question? I can't read.
What
them
do
on
you
here.
think of Team C's?
I do know what that is.
Oh.
What is that?
There's this YouTuber that started this thing where I can't remember what the exact number is. It's like for every dollar you donate is like 100,000 pounds of trash taken from the ocean
Oh,
that they're cleaning up from the ocean.
okay.
If that's the one that I'm thinking about, unless there's a different one.
Yeah, I'm
But
not sure what that
it-
is.
It was just started like a week ago. I mean, I haven't looked into it a bunch, but I do think it's a pretty cool
Yeah.
organization.
Okay, because you said you're not seeing comments now.
No, I can't on here, or else I think that's why it was kicking me, because I kept
Oops.
constantly switching pages.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me do it this way because now you'll be able to actually see. You can see that now, right?
Dee Dee's
Yeah.
got one also. Yeah, I don't know.
If you were buying your parents a fish for birthdays, what would you buy them?
She couldn't afford it.
Yeah. I feel like for mom, I would probably do a beta, maybe, because I know you really like your betas.
I do. I really do.
So I feel like I would do a beta for you. For dad, that's a more tougher question. There's like, I don't know. There's a lot. His is more tough.
Mm-hmm. Arapaima, arowana.
Actually, if money really wasn't like a problem, or actually getting the fish or whatever, I probably would do an arapaima.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm getting the bigger tank.
I would definitely do an arapaima.
I think that is right now his dream fish is an arapaima.
Yeah.
It's one that he would really, really love to have. And Jeremy says that yes, the Team C's that you mentioned is what he was
Yeah,
talking
okay.
about.
I wasn't sure if there was another one because I saw everything about it when Mr. Beast started everything. So I wasn't sure. But yeah, that's what that is. And I
Yeah.
really do like the idea of it. Cleaning up the ocean, even it was like 100,000 pounds or something of trash for every dollar. And I think that's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
People are messy. So Jimmy P wants to say thanks to all the metalheads and chatters for making his day much better. The fish fam is his best medicine. Time for rest. He'll see us all later. Jimmy P, please rest up. Please get better. Hopefully you get to come home soon. And hopefully they get your medication taken care of. Seriously, we're sending you love. Rest up, buddy.
And we enjoyed having you here.
Yes, as always. I love Jimmy P coming. He comes to our Monday night stream as well, and he's always so much fun. The Fish Fam is just amazing. I mean, everybody comes together and everybody cares about everybody. It's a great community. So hopefully he feels better soon.
Yeah.
Fish Kid 61 is streaming right now.
Okay.
You guys should jump on there and say, hey.
I kind of feel weird as an adult going over there and being like, hey. I don't know.
I used to feel weird doing things, but I don't.
I don't know. I mean, I understand, the whole get an introduction going, but that's just.
Well, that's how you get things to happen.
I know, but it's one thing for me to go to an adult's live stream and be like, hey, by the way, but I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know. It's weird. Kind of weird. Just saying.
Okay.
Dave, the dad, is usually with them. Okay, well. We just got a lot of stuff going on. You just got, I think
my
maybe
phone can handle this.
I think maybe just YouTube in general and her phone in general are just over it. We've been at this for an hour
The
and
browser has blocked your mic and your camera.
why? That makes no
I
sense.
don't know.
See, YouTube is trying to shut her down, y'all. It's messed up. StreamYard just doesn't want anything to do with it. I don't understand it at all.
That's weird. Let me try this again.
I will definitely check out their channel for sure, New Local Austin. I think, because I'm trying to learn new fish tubers every day. And, the point obviously is for fish tubers to learn me and get into this. So I'll definitely check them out. I think Metalhead might be trying to bring them up on the TV here in our dining room as well. So we'll check it out at some point.
I am backstage.
Oh, I didn't realize that it was okay. Now that I'm seeing names, I'm okay. Dave, I didn't realize that was part of your crew. I apologize. We'll see you later, 44 Mag Guy. Thank you for joining in. You got to hold your own on the wisecracks, DD. So many people are little smarty pantses on other people's streams. You really have to know how to handle it all with a grain of salt or whatever. Hey, look, she's back.
I'm back.
For now.
Yeah.
We'll see. Oh, goodness. I mean, I don't know. If you guys have any more questions, she can answer them. If you don't, then we will cut this and go to other live streams.
Wait.
Oh my goodness gracious. It's ridiculous.
You might not though. You might not.
Yes.
Does anyone have any more questions? I don't want this to just be a whole bunch of dead air. So
Yeah.
let us know if you have any more questions. We will hang out for a moment or two. If nobody else has any questions, then we will call it a night and see everyone next week. But I'll give you guys a little bit to decide if you want to ask any other questions. And I just realized Simple Aquarium, thank you for the happy birthday wish.
This is weird. I'm watching this is weird. I'm watching right now.
Dee Dee, you did great. You asked her some really good questions. You made her think, which,
Some stuff that I
Yeah,
never actually thought
it's
about.
good to kind of get her to kind of think about why she has her fish and what she does to take care of them. And it's kind of good to make her think about those things.
I don't know if she ordered yet.
But this will
I don't know if
be.
she ordered yet.
Dee Dee wants to know what you're doing for my birthday. We already elaborated on that too. She came onto the live stream for me and helped me so that I wasn't just sitting here by myself going, oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared. So
Yeah.
there's really not, I mean, there's no plan. Like, you get to a certain age where a birthday is just a birthday. Like, I don't have anything planned. I'm going to be having some beers and making dinner and watching YouTubers. That's my plan. Thank you, John McKenzie, for lurking and watching. And thank you for the chat. I appreciate every single one of you that have given me a chance and came in and watched this just to see what it was about. And again, if you have any ideas or you know of somebody that might want to be part of this, reach out and let me know. I'll reach out to them. I'll see if I can't get something set up. Well, Dee Dee, I know that you mentioned your age in the chat earlier, so I will mention I am 37. My birthday stopped mattering when I was 25. You just get to that point where you don't care anymore. Everybody at work, and I just started a new job this week. Everybody at work was asking me, are you planning on going to a bar? Is there a club that you're going to go to for your birthday? And I'm like, I'm 37 years old. I don't club. We go to a bar one night a week, and that's so that Metalhead can play pool. And I just sit there and drink and cheer him on. And I'm like, woo, and I help him score or whatever. And no, 37 is not that old at all by any means, and 55 isn't that old. But you get to that point where you just don't care about going out to a bar anymore and getting those free birthday shots, and I just don't care anymore. I sit at home and I drink because it's cheaper and it's safer and it's smarter, and I spend time watching my YouTube family. That's what I do.
Yeah.
You just sit. She's gonna learn. She's gonna learn. You get to a point where you don't care anymore. And no, Dee Dee, I don't want to grow up either. I'm still a kid. Trust me, absolutely. But the clubbing and the going out and drinking on my birthday and getting into places free because it's my birthday, I don't care about any of that anymore. So, yeah. Okay. I'm not seeing any other questions really coming through, guys. So, I think at this point, we're probably just going to shut it down. Oh, look at Von Yenzer coming in at the very last second. It's honestly not a bad life when you're a kid. You want to run around, and at some point it just gets old. Yeah. Like when you're a kid, you're like, oh my God, I can't wait until I'm an adult and I can move away from my parents and I don't have all these rules. And then it's like, oh, you're an adult. You got to pay this bill at this time. You got to pay this bill at this time. You got to work this many hours to make sure all those bills get paid. Adulting sucks. Adulting sucks. So I want to go back to being a kid, or I want to be a cat because they sleep for like 18 hours a day and they lick themselves and they eat poop. Like, can I just do that? Can I be a cat? I just want to be a cat. Thank you so much, seriously, Dee Dee, for coming in. I did miss a lot of the YouTubers. I was hoping a couple of them would come in and say hi. But it's okay. I get it. It's a Saturday. People have lives. We're coming into the holiday season. You can't expect everyone to be at the same place at the same time all the time. So. Oh yes, Vine Yinzer was probably doing that pickle bounce test again. Just oh my goodness. Saturdays are really hard, but for me, this day and this time slot made the most sense for me. And I'm probably just going to keep it this day and this time just because it's going to make the most sense. Okay, Dave, send me a message through Facebook or however you can contact me. Send me a message and I will definitely collaborate with her. I think that it would be really fun. I'm actually kind of watching her stream on the TV and doing this at the same time. So, Von Yinzer. Okay, here we go. Junior Middlehead. Von Yinzer wants to know what kind of fish you like to keep. Is it the same as us? So elaborate. Tell everybody what you have in your tank.
Well, I have a bunch of cichlids in my.
I'm very bad with the names of
Very
them.
bad the names of them.
But a lot of the ones that are in my tank actually came from the 125.
Yeah, when the 125
from the 125.
When they kind of started, some of them kind of started arguing with others. You ended up kind of with like
They had the
We split the flight between the labs and the bumblebees. And a
yeah.
lot of them went up to her tank and the rest
Yep.
of them went there.
Yellow Labs and Bumblebees, Von Yinzer is a lot of what Junior Metalhead has in her tank. And then to elaborate on your next comment, your wife wanting to keep axolotls, tune in next week. Mini Metalhead is going to be on my live next week, and she keeps axolotls. She is the lotto queen in the household. She can answer your axolotl questions. Trust me. Tune in next week at this time. She will be able to answer axolotl questions for you to maybe help your wife get started on that, because seriously, she is the axolotl queen in this house. At one point, she had 3 that she was taking care of at the same time. Unfortunately, she lost one of them. But she definitely knows her axolotl business for sure. And she is going to be on my show next week. So she will help you and your wife. Well, and if you are working and aren't able to tune in, I don't know if your wife has YouTube or if you can set her up to where she can watch it, or you can play the replay for her. Mini Metalhead will definitely help you with axolotl knowledge. I'm not going to sit here and say that she knows 100% how to take care of an axolotl the whole way through, but she definitely has that axolotl knowledge for sure. Okay, Dave, cool. Copied my email. Yeah, go ahead and shoot me an email. We'll see if we can't schedule something so that Bree can come up and be part of the panel. For sure. I'm not sure. Don't know. Does anyone else have any questions? We're about 7 minutes out from our 2-hour mark. So, yeah, feel free to ask questions if you have them. I don't want to just stand here looking at or sit here just looking at this camera like a goober. So let us know if you have any further questions, and if you do not, then we are going to cut it. Nobody? Bueller? I don't think any. Do you have anything you want to end with?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna put you on the spot just a little bit.
You know, I mean,
Okay.
Young.
young.
One thing that I will say
One thing that I
is
will
that
say
I really
is that
enjoyed
I
everybody's
really enjoyed
questions.
everybody's questions.
Yeah, they
I thought-
definitely made you
I thought-
think.
Yeah, it was a lot
Yeah,
of
I
fun.
thought it was a lot
And
of fun.
especially for
And
the first
especially
hour,
for
it
the
went
first hour, it went
It
super
did.
fast.
It really did. But I really enjoyed it.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Dave would like to know, do you see this turning into a business or would you prefer it staying a hobby? I don't know if he means you and me, all of us, or just you.
I mean,
I think it would be pretty
it
cool
would.
if
I think it would be pretty
into a business,
cool if it
but
turned
I
into
don't know.
business.
I really like it remaining a hobby at the same time.
I do too. I feel like if it turned into a business, it would get to the point where we would hate fish keeping so
Yeah.
much that we would just like we wouldn't want a part to be a part of it anymore. Where with this, you know, it can be a job keeping all of these tanks under control and making sure everybody is happy and healthy and fed. But I think if it were to be turned into a business, it would just become, it wouldn't be fun anymore. And it would, yeah, you would get to that point where you would just like hate even looking at a fish.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
definitely a risk where if it turned into a business that it could lead to that point.
So I think I'm
So I
content
think
with
I'm
it.
content with it.
I agree. I agree. I think that, you know, the business side of it would just make it not fun. For sure. Okay, guys, we are literally coming up on 6 o'clock our time. We have been at this for quite some time. Vanyans or taking a hobby and turning it into a business can be the quickest way to kill your love for something. Yes.
Like working on cars.
Yeah. No, I agree. And that's the problem. Like you have to really, really, really be passionate about sharing that knowledge and sharing that love and doing it consistently. And I love our fish. I love our tanks. I love talking about all of it. Do I think that I would enjoy it being a business? No. I really don't think that I do, or don't think that I would. I just it would get very, very, very tiring very quickly. Because especially in something like this with fish keeping, you're answering the same questions every day, dozens of times a day. And it would get really tiring. Oh my goodness.
The problem I ran into was the specific breed of cichlid that I had a plethora of.
Yeah.
And still have a plethora of. Local fish store didn't want them back. They didn't want the rest.
Right.
But I got them. Yeah.
Right. And like Dave just said, it was a natural step for us. Too many babies just started selling them. And I mean, right. And I mean, we have a lot of breeding pairs in our 125 with the African cichlids, and they do have a lot of babies. The problem is, even our local fish store, if they are not 100% true, you know, if they're a mixed breed, the fish store doesn't want them. And we can't prove that their bloodline is 100% two of the same fish made babies.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. For us, it's kind of one of those things where it's just,
Daddy unfortunately
no.
did not make the great purge. Mama did, but Daddy didn't.
right.
So now we have Neri in there.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that have to overrun.
Yeah. Kitty Cam, yes. Vanyanzer, let me tell you, this cat, she is Hot Mess Express. She thinks that she has to be the center of everybody's attention 100% of the time. So for the past 40 minutes, she has been walking over this laptop, walking in front of Junior's phone, like, please love me, just pay attention to me. She's a mess. Oh my goodness. Okay. Listen, guys, it is officially 6 o'clock. We have literally been at this for 2 hours. I think at this point we are going to cut it. I will be working on my guests for next week. We will have a better plan of, green screen behind me, what's going on. And hopefully it goes much better next time. Not that it went terrible this time, because I, at one point, had 26 people in this. So I appreciate every single one of you that came in, that liked my video. All of my new subscribers, because I've had quite a few over the last week or so. I appreciate every single one of you. Think about those questions for next week, and I will give you a hint. Minnie Metalhead is going to be on the panel. She is an axolotl owner. So if you have axolotl questions, feel free to write those down so that you can remember to ask them next Saturday. We will see you at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a wonderful Saturday. We love you guys so much, and we will see you next time.